In the crisis communication business, there's a term called the golden hour. This is the time frame immediately following a crisis that determines if the brand or the person or the organization at the center of the crisis survives it or gets buried by it. One of the reasons why I love working in crisis communication, because when these crises happen in real time, I nerd out and I go straight online to look for the responses. This week in the spotlight, Mercyhurst University, when one of their student athletes created a viral moment, and a really one.
The surveillance video, you can clearly see that person in the white hat, identified as Brier, taking the wheelchair and pushing it down the steps. Brier is a student athlete at Mercyhurst University in Erie, Pennsylvania. Police and Mercyhurst.
There are a number of reputations at stake due to this incident. There were 3 student athletes involved. There's Carson Brier, who is at the center of the incident. There is Carson Brier's father, Daniel, who is the interim general manager of the Philadelphia Flyers. Then there's Mercyhurst University, naturally. And then there's also Arizona State University. But they come out looking pretty good because that's the school that tossed Brier from their hockey program in the 2019-20 season, where he was dismissed for a clear violation of team rules and not being a culture fit. Good on you there, Arizona State. Getting back to the golden hour. That begins typically when the public has an awareness of what's happening and the commentary is starting. So the response needs to be perfect. Mercyhurst University started putting out a series of statements. I noticed in their second statement that there was something about that first sentence. It's very difficult to read, but I'll pause for a moment. If you followed me for a while, I bet you can figure out the problem with the first sentence. Mercyhurst University has heard a considerable outcry regarding the social media video of student Carson Brier showing him pushing an unoccupied wheelchair down a flight of stairs. One is the word unoccupied. That's framing to diminish the severity of what happened. 2, the first sentence is about the considerable outcry regarding the social media video. That's not the crisis, the outcry. It's what Carson Brier did to cause the outcry. The biggest miss, it was missing alternative text. The Americans with Disability Act requires that all digital content be accessible to everyone with disabilities. This was missing the alt text.